The world's most critical oil artery is already under pressure, and now another blockade is being announced on top of it. The question isn't just dramatic, it's confusing. How do you block something that's already blocked? This is the paradox at the heart of the Strait of Hormuz today. For weeks, Iran has tightened its grip over this narrow 34-kilometer passage, a route that carries nearly 20% of the world's oil. Ships slowed, some were stopped, others reportedly paid heavy fees to pass. Global trade didn't stop, it limped. And now Donald Trump has stepped in with a bold declaration: a US naval blockade. At first glance, it sounds like escalation, but in reality, it's something more strategic. Because this isn't about sealing the strait shut. It's about controlling who gets through. Under international maritime law, countries at war can exercise what's called the right of visit and search. That means US naval forces can stop ships, inspect cargo, and decide whether they can proceed. So the American plan is not to close Hormuz entirely, but to regulate it. Think of it less like a locked gate and more like a checkpoint with a gun. US Central Command has already clarified that ships moving between non-Iranian ports may still pass. But vessels linked to Iran, especially oil exports, will be stopped, searched, or denied passage. That's where the real objective lies. Iran's biggest strength right now is oil. Despite the war, Tehran has managed to keep exports flowing, even increasing shipments in recent months. That oil is funding its economy, sustaining its war effort, and strengthening its negotiating position. So what happens if that flow is cut? Simple. The pressure flips. A blockade targeting Iranian oil doesn't just hurt trade, it hits the core of Iran's economic engine. Analysts say such a move could collapse Iran's business model. No exports, no revenue, no leverage. But here's the catch. Blocking Hormuz, even partially, is a double-edged sword. Because every tanker stopped pushes global oil prices higher. We're already seeing it. Crude prices have surged past $100 per barrel. Markets are reacting. Economies are feeling the strain. That is why this is such a risky move. Trump wants to hurt Tehran without detonating the global economy. Still, the more the US tries to enforce control, the greater the chance of retaliation, shipping chaos, and price shocks. Reuters says US forces have already begun efforts to clear mines from the waterway, and 2 American warships have crossed through Hormuz as part of that operation. Iran's Revolutionary Guards, meanwhile, have warned they will treat any military approach as a ceasefire breach. Moreover, Iranian officials have openly mocked the move, warning that fuel prices could spiral even further. Which brings us back to the original question. How do you block an already blocked strait? You don't. You redefine control. Iran tried to control Hormuz through fear, through disruption, through selective access. Now the US is trying to control it through force, through inspection, through economic pressure. 2 powers, 1 narrow passage, and the world's energy supply is caught in between. Because in the end, this isn't just a blockade. It's a battle over who decides what flows through the most important waterway on Earth.